MRP, Managed Repair Program. On today's show, I'm going to tell you about the Managed Repair Program, why it could be a good thing, but it's probably a bad thing. It's something that you need to be careful with whenever you're renewing insurance, shopping for insurance, or just buying an insurance policy. So let's stay tuned, and I'm going to tell you why you need to be careful with it. So let's get to it. 3, 2, 1. What's up, advocates? Welcome back to another episode of the Commercial Claims Show. I am your host, Vince Perri, and today we're going to talk about managed repair programs. Listen up, advocates. Whether you're a public adjuster, contractor, or an attorney, if you have a client that has suffered any kind of catastrophic loss, whether that be by fire or storm or just any catastrophic loss that requires your client to have to move out and incur ALE and loss of use coverage, you need to think about looking at Black Diamond Services. This is an incredible idea for a service that I think is extremely valuable, and I've actually personally used for my clients myself. Basically, what they do is they provide all of the necessary money that is needed to be done for the homeowner to go and move to another place, whether that be a hotel or another home or whatever it is. They basically bill through their insurance policy's loss of use coverage, and basically they provide financial assistance so that the insured never has to incur any out-of-pocket expenses. It's an amazing service. I love the people at Black Diamond Services, especially Millie Varela. If you just contact her and contact Black Diamond Services, I'm telling you, they're going to take care of your clients like you wouldn't believe. I personally have a client who suffered a fire damage and had to use their ALE coverage, and all we did was refer them to Black Diamond. Our clients did not have to come out of pocket a single penny. Black Diamond provided all of the financial money, and they provided the actual location for the homeowner to stay. Amazing service. Contact Black Diamond Services today so you could find out more information for yourself. It's something that's been going on for a very long time, but it's sort of ramped up more recently, I say in the past couple of years, where insurance companies are really trying to actually use this. And what a managed repair program is, it's basically the insurance company sending out their own preferred vendor to do the repairs to your home. Now, you have to be careful with this, right? Because the fact of the matter is usually more often than not, when you want to do repairs to your home, you want to be able to shop around and choose a contractor of your liking. Now, if you're a kind of person, you don't know a lot of contractors, you're not really sure where to start looking, this could be beneficial for you. And I'll tell you, it's because you don't have to think about it, right? You don't have to worry about negotiating with somebody and wheeling and dealing with them. So I understand the premise of it, how it could be a good thing. And hopefully they're a preferred vendor that they have been vetted. And we already know that the insurance company says it's okay. And they're good people that are going to go out there and do good work. So you should be okay. But once again, we're putting everything on the insurance company, who, in my 14 years of experience as a public adjuster dealing with insurance claims, you usually don't want to sort of trust in the insurance company. As much as you want to trust in the insurance company, they are a business, they are a privately owned business, and it's going to be very difficult for you to sort of put their trust, not just in making sure that they're paying the claim the way they're supposed to, but also making sure that they're sending out the right contractors to do the work. So usually, more often than not, if you do have damage to your home, you want to try to get maybe a referral from either your public adjuster that did the claim for you, or somebody who's in that contracting space that you can do it. So although I can see the benefits, right? The benefits of having somebody go out there and do the work for you, you don't have to really deal with that. Here's why it's not a good thing, okay? So before we get into that, I do want to tell you that the insurance companies here in Florida that are really prominent in actually doing this, it's definitely Citizens and People's Trust, and I've seen SafePoint Insurance as well have a managed repair program. Now, what they do with the managed repair program is they will go out, the insurance company will inspect the property, and they will come up with their estimate like they always do. And whatever that estimate is, they will take that estimate and they will basically give it to one of the contractors of their choice. The contractor will then schedule an appointment with you to go out to the home and see if everything on that estimate is okay and see if they can do it for that amount. And then they will proceed to start the repairs to your home. And then they will complete the repairs. Now, the one downside is that usually if you get a check, they will remove the deductible and you're left with what's ever left over. But because they're sending a contractor out, you have to basically pay your deductible out of pocket. If you have a low deductible, that might not be a bad thing. You have $1,000 deductible, maybe that's okay. You could, cough out the $1,000 and then they do the rest of the work. If you have a higher deductible though, up in the $5,000 range, which there's a lot of deductibles around $5,000 or even $2,500 could be a lot for some people, you are going to have to come out of pocket that deductible. And then they will go ahead and complete the work. So if you're strapped for cash, okay, which let's face it, sometimes a lot of people are, you're going to have to come out of pocket $2,500 to get those repairs done. Automatically, that's not a good thing, right? So be careful with that. The next thing is they're going to put a contractor of their choice. Now, what I've noticed with a lot of insurance companies, the contractors that are preferred vendors of the insurance company aren't the best of contractors. And there's a couple reasons, right? One of the main reasons is usually the insurance company is going to find a contractor that, is going to be able to charge less. From what I know in the water mitigation department, where the insurance company sends their own mitigation out there, they are very limited as to what they can do and their scope of work. And same goes with their preferred vendors when it comes to the repair process. Because the insurance company writes up very minimal when they write up insurance claims and they write up insurance losses, that estimate that they're giving to the contractor is going to be very minimal, and they're only going to do the bare minimum to do the repairs to your house, as opposed to if you hired your own person, you could hire somebody who's got a reputable reputation that wants to actually do the work and do it fantastic. The insurance company limits these contractors as to what they can do by the estimate that they put together upon the initial inspection. So you're already 10 times out of 10, that preferred vendor that goes out to the home is going to be doing limited work to just sort of put you right back to your pre-loss conditions, which is what is owed. But if per se you wanted to do some upgrades, if you wanted to take that tile floor and make it marble, if you wanted to take that whatever it is, you're going to have to cough out more money in order to do that, as opposed to if you get a check from the insurance company and they pay you what you owe. If you're able to find a contractor, negotiate with that contractor and get all the work done and do some of the upgrades that maybe you wanted to do for the price that you were given, for the amount that you were given, you can do that. You can't do that with the preferred vendor. You're very just stuck to whatever it is that the insurance company told you what they're going to pay and what they're going to do, as opposed to you having the freedom, and it is your home. It's not the insurance company's home. It is your home, as opposed to you having the freedom to do what you want with that money. If you're able to, and I'm not saying anything illegal here, okay? I want you to understand, when the insurance company makes a payment, it's your right to do pretty much whatever you want with that money. Obviously, you should do the repairs. The only thing is, if you don't actually do what they pay you for, you cannot file a claim on that again. So if they pay for a new roof and you don't replace your roof, well, then that's you can't file another claim on that roof if you do it for something else. However, if you don't replace your roof upon renewal, they're going to want to know that you actually replaced that roof, because they don't want to insure a property that has high risk of more leaks coming in. So either way, you should do it. But if you're able to replace your roof and then also have some extra money to do some other things, you can't do that with a preferred vendor program, because they're only going to replace your roof. You can do it, but you will have to come out of pocket more to do whatever other work that you want to do. Again, the point is we're all adults here, and you should have the freedom to do what you want with the money that you get from the insurance company. So that's another. So you have to pay your deductible. You're stuck with whatever the insurance company writes up to do. You can't get any upgrades unless you pay more money out of pocket, as opposed to if you just get a check. And then the third thing is you're still dealing with the insurance company. Dealing with the insurance company, I don't care who you are, is usually a very difficult process. It's a massive company. Whatever insurance company insures your home is a multi-billion or billion-dollar company, and they've got a lot of employees. They got a lot of things going on. They're always very difficult to get a hold of. They don't respond to emails, quickly. And when you're using a preferred vendor, more often than not, you're not really dealing with that vendor as much as you're still dealing with the insurance adjuster throughout the entire repair process. And as we all know, that could be very annoying. So you need to be able to, you want the freedom to just deal with your own contractor, deal with the contractor yourself, and not have to worry about the insurance company, so that once the insurance company cuts that check and writes you the money to do the repairs, you are done with that process. You're finished with the insurance company. Now you can go on to actually putting your home back together again. With a preferred vendor, MRP, managed repair program, you're dealing with the insurance company the entire time. So what I want you to be aware of is, upon renewal, I want you to go inside of your house and I want you to look at your insurance policy. If you're in Florida, like I said, Citizens and People's Trust are the two most well-known ones that have this managed repair program. Take a look at it, okay? Make sure that you don't have it. Call your agent and say, hey, do I have this managed repair program? Because unfortunately, a lot of people don't know. Now, here's the downside, is a lot of people do know, and they actually choose to have it in their policy because, you know why? They pay less. The insurance policy actually costs less if you decide to have this in your insurance. I mean, it doesn't make any sense to me, right? But it doesn't make any sense that they're allowed to charge you less to use their people. But and can I just say one more thing? It is a conflict of interest, right? If the insurance company is the one paying and they're the one sending out the contractor, it's a complete conflict of interest where they're the one sort of doing everything. They have control of the money, they have the control of the payment, and they have control of the contractor. And you don't know what's going on behind the scenes there, as opposed to only having control of the money and you having control of the contractor. So, but back to it, make sure that you call your agent. And then, like I said, there's a lot of people that know that they have it, but because they're paying less, they are willing to accept it. Just beware. You don't want this in your insurance policy. I could understand how it might look nice. And what you have to, if you Google search managed repair program right now, insurance companies in your local area will come up and they make it look like it's an amazing thing. They have brochures. They have brochures that of just happy people living in their happy home that's been newly repaired by the preferred vendor. And they make it look like an amazing thing that you don't have to worry about anything. And they're trying to convince you. Just take it from me. Again, I've been working insurance claims for a very long time now, and more often than not, as soon as those contractors start doing the work, people are not happy. They're not happy with the way it's going. They're upset that they're still having to deal with the insurance company. If anything goes wrong, you have to go to the insurance company, and it could become a a huge headache. And then the last thing is just make sure that you again look at your policy to see that you don't have it. You could see it. If you could see it on one of the first few pages, if not, you can go to the end of the policy and you'll see it in any of the endorsements and stuff. Call your agent if you can't find it in your insurance policy and ask them if you have this MRP, managed repair program, and tell them how they feel about it. They may like it, but here's another little caveat that you may not know is that more often than not, a lot of agents, if they're able to sell some of these policies, they do receive certain benefits from those insurance companies for selling those policies. So you have to remember, an insurance agent is called an agent because they are an agent of the insurance company. So be a little careful as to some of the questions or some of the answers that you get even from the agent. This is why it's very important to have a public adjuster on your side, whether you have a claim or not. Have a public adjuster that you could have on speed dial in case any of these things happen. Now, obviously, claims don't happen all the time. I always tell people 1 to 3 in your lifetime, but you should still have at least a friend of a friend that knows a public adjuster that you could call and you could ask that question. So beware of MRP, beware of managed repair program, beware of these things that just continue to have a stranglehold on you throughout the insurance claims process, because take it from me, it's not fun when you have to deal with the insurance company throughout the claims process. It's even less fun when you have to still deal with them after the claims process. So MRP, managed repair program, it's throughout the country. Beware, call your agent, read your insurance policy, or send me a message. Leave a comment below. Actually, I'd love for you to leave a comment below if you have any stories of a managed repair program that went wrong, or even a managed repair program that went right. I'd love to know, and we'll be happy to post it on our social media account and just have an open discussion about it. So thank you very much. I'm Vince Perri. I'm the Commercial Claims Advocate. I'm CEO of Elite Resolutions. We are a public adjusting firm. You can visit us on eliteresolutions.com where you can see more of these videos, and you can go on our YouTube channel so you can see more just educational videos for policyholders to make sure that they are doing everything right. And of course, this is a great video for public adjusters as well. You can go to commercialclaimsadvocate.com where we've got a ton of content for public adjusters to take a look at to educate yourself and educate your clients as well. We've got courses. We've got a book, we've got all kinds of stuff, and a great meetups that we have as well. So, and you can go on eliteresolutions.com as a public adjuster if you are interested in coming to our firm and coming to work for our team. So thank you very much. I'm Vince Perri. Subscribe below, hit the bell icon, and follow me on social media so you can learn a lot more about the insurance claims industry. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Goodbye.